Knicks family, welcome back to the Garden Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with Andre Jalil and Rick DeRuler. It's been a while. We apologize for the wait. It's been a long weekend. There's a couple games in there. I had a
Cat had a
birthday.
birthday.
I had a birthday.
Happy birthday,
Hey,
boy.
It's my Ewing year, baby. It's my Pat
Yeah,
Ewing
got
year.
that 33 going.
Yeah. So it was a busy week leading up to the weekend, and these games were late too. So
yeah, late games.
really late game. So I was like, listen, we'll talk about it early next week. So here we are. The game starts in about a half an hour versus the Blazers. We no, not, did I say the Blazers? Utah,
Yeah.
the Jazz. I said the Blazers. I'm tripping. We just lost to the Blazers. We went into the West Coast trip. We beat the Warriors, lost to the Kings, and then lost to the Blazers. The Kings, that was just a hard game to watch. I mean, of course, it was good. It was fun beating the Warriors. We had a little help from the refs when they threw out Draymond. But listen, a win's a win. When you look at the record, nobody gonna talk about what happened during the game. That's it. So that was a good game. Actually, do you guys remember that game at all? I know it was a while since that game.
I remember Alfred, my least favorite Nick.
Oh Lord.
He locked up. He did a good job on Curry that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did what he had to do to keep him from scoring a lot. So he did his thing, and I think that was a big part because he couldn't get going, and I think that was like the biggest thing. That was a favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's always hard for him to. Who you talking about? Steph Curry?
Yeah. He couldn't get it going.
Steph couldn't get it going. Yeah, he was a pest on him. You know what I mean? Steph still finds his ways to do his magic tricks, but we came out with the victory. I think what was the score of that game? We beat them. We actually scored pretty high that game, right? We had 119.
119-104.
119-104. So yeah, it was a good game to see. We beat them at home as well, so that felt good. And then the next night we went into Sacramento and then delivered a nice little stinker. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun at all. So
they both were bad. It's like if we'd have tightened up, we could have won that game. That game was like one of those winnable games that we just let it go.
We actually were. Yeah, they started off the game pretty well against us. So, it was, early it looked like a game that we probably weren't going to do well. But then we got it together and actually it was up pretty, not a lot. I think we probably were up by 5-7 points. But it was a manageable game at that point. And then all of a sudden De'Aaron Fox started hitting threes. What's my man? What is he? I forgot what island he's from. Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield starts hitting threes.
Oh yeah, he went off.
Then he went off, and then then it was just a momentum shift from there. So, but that game was hard to watch because, of course, everybody always remembers the draft with De'Aaron Fox and how much we wanted De'Aaron Fox, but that ship is long sailed at this point. As you see, he cut the hair now; he's a little bit more aerodynamic. But it was cool. What do you think about RJ's games leading up to, besides for the last game, of course?
I think he's a little bit more comfortable shooting.
Finally,
the shot is falling a little bit more for him. That's good. He still looks nervous to drive, but he wants to drive. It's just interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It seems like the teams are forcing him to the right a lot, and he can still finish with his right, but they're like forcing him to do it. He's doing a pretty good job finishing on that side.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, his jump shot getting a little bit better. It's still a little bit different.
Yeah.
That he was that much of a factor.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's one of my things about like how I feel as far as having a jumper. But he still has some time. But he
Right.
also like he had a bunch of games where he averaged. What was he averaging? Like 20 something.
Yeah, I think it was averaging about 20, almost 22 points a game, 21.8 or 20.7 or something like that.
Yeah.
He's been figuring it out. He's been figuring it out. That's why it was a little weird when they came in on Sunday, was it? Sunday versus the Blazers, and that one, for most of the game, it was pretty weird. You know what I mean? Because I'm upset with Tibbs for one thing, and my only complaint has been the staggering of how he plays the
Yeah.
minutes between Alfred and Quickly. Because
Mm.
it was clear. I don't know. There's something this, and this is one of the things people talk about when they talk about Tibbs. Is it was clear that you play a guy for 12 straight minutes and he's not really going to be able to keep up with, especially another top tier guard like Damian Lillard. You know what I mean? But you playing for the whole first quarter, and it's like, all right, cool. That I could see if we didn't have anybody else to play. You know what I mean? Like it would have been something that made more sense. But if you're reasoning on like he always says, his reasoning on playing Alfred so much is because
He does
of the
that
fact,
well.
yeah, because in the defense that he defends well, and I mean, there's more defense you're gonna get out of Alfred than Quickly a little bit. You know what I mean? When it comes to team defense,
Yeah, he's just a more experienced defender, but if
yeah,
you take away the experience, he's like he's got nothing on quick.
right. But more than anything, if you're going to have somebody in there for defense and he's still getting chopped and he's not scoring, you might as well just put
Right.
somebody else in
Take him
there.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, if he's in there for defense and he's not defending well, just take him out of the game because clearly defense gets him going. If he couldn't defend him and he can't score, what is he doing out there for 12 straight minutes? And we wonder why we were down by so much, and early. Dame had what? I think his first 8 shots, he made all 8. Like, come on. Put somebody else on him.
The thing
We were
about
down by double digits since the first quarter.
Yeah. Early. I think they had 40, 41 the first quarter.
yeah, just killing him. Like the thing about quickly that's one of the biggest differences is just like he's so natural with the way he passes the rock and the way he delivers.
Right.
Like sometimes Alfred does a good job with the alley oops, like you can see right there.
Yeah.
But sometimes he throws it super high, and it's just like, what was that?
Why did
You
you
know
need
what I
to do
mean?
that? Right.
And
Yeah.
Quickly just has like the touch. Like he knows how to get in the paint. He like knows how to manipulate defenders.
Right.
You know what I mean? He goes back. He was 8 for 8 from that game against the Blazers. He was 8 for 8 from the free throw line.
I'm gonna bring it a little bit ahead to it. Really? Really? They're gonna hit us with an ad?
With the ad,
Of
with
course, they
Wow.
hit us with an ad. All right. That's embarrassing. A little embarrassing.
the-
But
Yeah,
but
change screens real quick.
it
So
changed screens real quick.
he
Yeah.
had
But
the free throw line, and we know that Alfred is poor, and Alfred
terrible.
don't want to draw fouls because he knows he can't shoot them. He
Hmm.
can't shoot threes. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, for that defense, if he's not playing defense, there's no reason for him
Yeah,
to
for him to be on the
There's
court.
no point. There's no point.
Yeah.
And that's the worst part is because when you're on the floor with someone you're supposed to be as a defender, is that's your calling. And if somebody was supposed to get the offense organized, he doesn't get the offense organized as well as he can because of his inability to shoot.
It's a
You know what I
better
mean?
brand of basketball when Quickly's running it. I don't even understand how he got
What we
that
talking
soft
about?
job. Yeah,
Right.
like what we can't see. Like he has some games where he does some things. You like, oh, and every time you see it though, you say, oh, okay. It's just like you see it in spurts. You be like, oh, all right. I guess I see why he's got him out there.
Right.
But you're never like you're always saying like, why is he out there?
Right.
And and quickly and I get it. It's a lot of pressure on a young blood like that. It's first year, but the kid just has a natural ability for the game of basketball. He doesn't even look great. He's just good. He's nice. He's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
He's just in his element.
He's in
He's
his
just
element.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's natural for him.
Right. He hasn't put any time in yet.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine him with 2-3 years of experience of just in the gym and knowing where he's going to get his shots, knowing how the defense is going to react to whatever he does at that point?
But he gets steals.
Yeah. That's the thing. And that's why I'm like, well, how much better of a defender is Alfred? You know what I mean? Like, this kid has a 6'10" wingspan at 6'3" at the point guard position. There's not many guards who can see or get passes over that. I don't really see him getting scored on like that unless it's a stronger guard. You know what I mean? So that's the only difference. But and you talk about defense between Alfred and Quick. But that's the only thing I can point to.
Let me tell you something.
It's just weight.
Let me tell you something. They talk about Alonzo Ball trade possibly. I'm like, I'd be having what's the name naming it so quick? Alfred's name.
Alfred.
Up front.
He's definitely going to be the one to go.
Yeah, he definitely be the one to go. He's their only other valuable point guard.
And I feel like sometimes I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, yo, what if they running him all those minutes to kind of get him, to play him into some value or something like that.
I mean, I guarantee it. And then you know what's going to happen more because Tom Thibodeau came out and said, basically just endorsed his decision to continue running it the way he's been running it. He's saying it's been working for us. So, he just wants to keep it that way. And I'm like, I don't mind you starting him. You know what I mean? Because like he said, it matters who ends games. And clearly he wants quickly ending the game. He played all 12 minutes of the fourth quarter. So it's clear who he wants to finish the game as we see him finishing there. But
natural scorer.
Yeah, but I stand by my argument that, it makes no sense to run this guy consistently out there if he's not going to bring you anything. Like, not anything. I'm not going to say he's not bringing you anything because what he ended up having that game, 8 points.
8 points.
8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists.
Alfred had 8 points and 2 assists?
8 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists.
In how many minutes?
24. The same 24.
And how many minutes did quickly? All right. And how many points did he have?
He had 31 points in 24 minutes.
He had 21 in the fourth.
He had 21 alone in the fourth quarter.
I think the coach told him, like, yo, we need scoring. You got to shoot.
In the first 3 quarters, he already had more than Alfred had.
Right, yo, come on, man.
And I mean, it's not all about offense. You got to make defense a part of the game. But if you're not hitting shots, no one's going to be motivated to play any kind of defense. That's just how basketball is. It's a momentum game. If you're a defensive team, look at the Clippers last year. All the defenders the Clippers had, they weren't hitting no shots, and then they couldn't play no defense. Because your defense is always predicated on how much you're actually getting the ball into the basket. Like you look at the say it again.
I was just gonna say the Knicks had 46 bench points, and if you consider his 31.
Oh yeah, that's 15 other points between. And then Knox
came off.
I think Burke started. Didn't he?
He started.
Hey, I meant to say that. I like that. That boy can shoot.
They got to stick with that.
Than, what's our other guy over there that's been starting?
Bullock, yeah, I think.
Well, I've been saying that. I've been saying that.
I hope they
and we need him to score because Burks he's Burks.
Yeah, Burks.
What's his name? Bullock is scared to shoot.
He's scared of everything.
Yeah.
If he's not wide open, he does not take the shot. I think I seen him one time shoot a contested 3 and make it. And I was just like, I hope that's all he needs now to shoot a contested 3. Like, yo, if that shot is your shot, because you're pretty much shooting the same spot. Like if I pull up a shot chart for Bullock, you're gonna see it's the same area every single time. That's your shot. Shoot. Who cares who's standing there? You're taller than most defenders. So
the thing with him is he has a weird form, and I realize that's the same reason why quickly doesn't pull up in front of people. But that's why he doesn't pull up. Neither one of them pull up in front of people because their form is like, they shoot from their chest, so they need space. So you know what I mean? Like Knox can have somebody all in his face, but he has the ball all the way up here when he shoots. So that's why Knox can hit those shots. We don't have any of those guys. All of these guys. The difference with Burks is the same way. You get Burks the ball, he's gonna rise up right here and get his shot off, no matter what's going on. Now you get Bullock the ball, and he's pulling up like this, and that's a block. So yeah, I'd be scared too if I shot like that. Get him off the floor.
You can't, you in NBA, man. You can't be scared. You there for a reason. You got to keep proving that's the reason why you're there every single game.
We need
So I
pure
mean,
shooters,
it's
man.
not an excuse. Quickly, we just said Quickly also has a shoot from the chest shot. He still gets his shot off.
Yeah, yo, they made 12 threes that game. 12. First of all, that's more than we made. I think that's somewhere near the top of we made.
Season record.
It's probably a season record, to be honest with you, to have 12 threes for the number one. We take the least and we make the least. So clearly we make the least because we take the least. So we don't shoot threes. So to have 12 threes and 10 of them are between Quickly and Burks. Each of them had 5 threes. You know what I mean? If you just
the other ones had to come from Knox.
Yeah, I think 1 or 2 Knox hit, maybe.
Knox had 2 points.
He had 2 points. So Knox didn't hit a 3.
So it wasn't him. Yeah, he had 2 points.
Who hit a 3? I think it was
probably Randall.
Julius Randle. He was 1 for 1 from 3.
It was not
And Austin Rivers.
Austin Rivers had 3.
I think that's all he had.
Real quick, look at our top scorers. Emmanuel Quickly led, our rookie. Julius Randle had 25. Alec Burks had 18.
18.
Nobody else had more than 8 points. Mitchell had 8. RJ Barrett had 8. Alfred Payton had 8.
Alfred had 8.
This was a weird game for RJ for me because the entire first half he only took 1 shot. Then he finished with 8, but he didn't play much in the fourth at all. Like I think down the stretch, I think the last 8 minutes he didn't play RJ at all. So it was weird for RJ because the numbers don't really say how the game was going for him. It's not like he was shooting bad. He just didn't shoot at all. You know what I mean? Which was odd because it was like he wasn't even looking to get to his spots. You know what I mean? I don't know what the deal was, if it was just an off game because he just didn't play like himself.
But that's my thing about RJ, man. Like I want to see him be RJ every night. I want to see him that 20-point play every night, knocking down jump shots and stuff. Sometimes they freeze him out. I didn't notice if they were freezing him out there, but like he's showing up and then not showing up. He's got to be a force if he's going to be on this team. If he's going to be like looking to be that guy that he wants to be. So that's why I like games like that is why I'm not too high on RJ yet. I know he's got some room to grow, but he's a wait and see for me.
I mean, there's games where Quickly has 8 points. You know what I mean? Like it happens, especially. Yeah, but RJ played 23 minutes that game. Played less minutes than Peyton and Quickly. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's that it was something psychologically going on with RJ that game, or because he just wasn't even looking to take this, and that was the first time I've ever seen that. Yeah. That doesn't happen on RJ. He takes shots, whether they're gonna make them or not. And for the entire first half, he was 1 for 1. So I don't know if that was them taking him out of his sets to get his shots, or if that was him just looking to pass. I don't know what.
For the game, he said, "Yo, chill, just trying to trade."
But it's just hard for guys to get a rhythm. I can't believe that it'll be easy for these guys to get a rhythm with the way he staggers these minutes. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something though, Josh. If RJ knows he's not a great shooter. You understand? So he's not gonna take them shots. He's playing against Damian Lillard, Carmelo. He's out there. You know what I mean? Like they got a nice little squad. I think he's like, I don't want to mess this up. I think he's not confident in his shot, and that's just my thing with these dudes who can't shoot. Alfred.
Nah, I don't think it has anything to do with that. He played 12 minutes in the first half, in the first quarter, with Alfred Payton.
Okay.
And clearly, Alfred Payton's not going to pass it to him on the open 3. It's the same reason why he wouldn't pass to Alfred on the open 3. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know if it was the defense or what it was, but I just don't. That's why I don't like the lineups. It's clearly, the numbers show it. Everybody plays better when Alfred's off the floor. Everybody plays better when Alfred's off the floor. The numbers show that when RJ and Randall play a lot of minutes together, his numbers are, I think the points per game or something, the points per possession is a lot higher or something like that. Same thing with Randall and Quickly over Peyton. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know how efficient an offense can be, especially for an entire first quarter when you have no spacing. And I don't understand what makes someone play someone for 12 straight minutes. Even when he puts Quickly in with 2 minutes to go. Like, why is he playing 10 minutes? 10 straight minutes. Like, I don't understand that. That strategy is just weird to me.
I think we knew going into the season that Thibodeau was like pretty stubborn.
But this is weird.
I think he's like I want to play the kids. It's something, but this kid is giving you a chance to win.
See, I expected I expected to see Thibodeau play guys high minutes. So when they're playing a lot of minutes, I'm not surprised. But the staggering of the minutes is just so odd to me, bro. I just don't understand it.
Do you think it's just his decision? Because there's a whole coach team.
Nah, that's Tom's decision. Ain't nobody telling Tom what to do out there.
Tom, if they say, "Yo, put Quickly in," he like chill.
He like, you put Quickly in.
Yeah. Oh,
that's that look.
Word.
5 more minutes to play. We're gonna get every ounce.
Put Quickly in next quarter.
Yeah. After we down 20, don't worry about it.
After we down 20.
Don't worry about it.
The kid could shoot. Watch.
Yeah, bro.
And that was a bad foul. They called that no foul on Julius. That's the 3-point play right there.
Mm-hmm.
That could have had us tied up at the end of the game. The ref's gonna come out talk about we missed the call or we made a mistake on that call.
See, but that was the weird thing to me is how do you miss the call, review it, and miss it during the review? And then tell them in the locker room, oh, yeah, we should have called that. Like, what? Like, how does that even make sense? Like, I'm like, I'd have been pissed off if I'm the player and I'm already in the locker room and y'all reviewed it, that y'all tell me y'all missed it twice before I got out here. Don't tell me nothing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, die with the lie, man. Don't tell me anything.
Come on now. That was ridiculous. But anyway.
With Reggie Bullock, I just hope that I hope he's injured tonight.
That's messed up. We're not doing that. I'm not
injured. I hope his foot. He got a turn in his neck. I hope he's killing him.
Yo, you are wilding right now, bro. You are wilding right now. Like I said, I'll take any trade that involves Elfrid and the shooter. And Elfrid for a shooter somehow. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't think anybody will do it, but
I wouldn't mind a kid coming off the bench behind Lonzo Ball though.
What you mean?
I don't mind it. Like if we got that trade
quickly
coming off the bench behind him.
Behind Lonzo? I don't think that'll happen for long either. I don't think there's any way until you bring someone who's worlds above what Quickly is doing.
What I'm saying is if you're going for like the veteran player, if coach is trying to put the veteran player, I'd rather it be him.
I'd rather it be whoever earns it. That's what I'm saying.
I would love that too. If that's the case, then the kid should be starting right now.
Right, but I think there's a certain amount of veteran leadership that Peyton brings over Lonzo. You know what I'm saying? Like Lonzo's only a 3-year vet.
Lonzo's gonna be the man in New York, though. He come to New York, he gonna tear it up. He could pass.
Bro, I don't think that makes any sense for us to get Lonzo anyway.
Huh?
I don't think it makes sense for us to get. I don't want Lonzo, and I only don't want Lonzo because his strengths and weaknesses are the same as Elfrid's.
Yo, Ron said that they're trying to get Derrick Rose as a backup. Behind who? Quickly? I want to see that.
No, why?
I don't want Derrick Rose back either, though. I don't know.
He's not coming back.
I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be surprised. I said that earlier in this year. I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Thibodeau pushed for that because he's gonna push for veteran guys who's gonna get wins and knows how to get wins under his system. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Dante said Lonzo is way better than Peyton. He definitely is better, but their strengths and weaknesses are the same. Yeah, their strengths and weaknesses are the same though, for sure. Like, there's nothing that
it's an improvement, but not a major improvement.
Yeah, it's like, yo, he's a little bit of a better passer.
He's a better floor general though. He's way better at passes. He could probably finish the game with 10 assists.
I want to call.
Nah, I don't. A floor general is someone who can lead a team to a playoff. Neither one of them have done it.
Yeah, I could dig it. I mean, it's almost not fair. If you're gonna say he needs time, then he needs time. Then.
Yeah, he needs time to prove that he's a floor general. He hasn't done it yet.
that's the case.
He's a potential floor general.
I mean, we talking about Elfrid Payton here, like over Elfrid Payton, like yes, please.
Yeah, over Elfrid Payton for sure.
That's what's in the rumor mill.
But knowing us as New York fans, it's gonna take us 2 weeks to figure out what we don't like, and then we're gonna be tired of him. Same thing happened with Julius Randle. It's everything that's glitter and gold, huh?
We still gonna be saying start Emmanuel quickly.
Right, and why should we start Emmanuel quickly? Because it's 2021 and people shoot 3-pointers. Why? That's not even a conversation for us to even be having it, and neither one of them do that.
Than Elfrid?
Hell no. I mean, no. Actually, look at the numbers. I think they both around like 32% from three, but they don't shoot a lot. So that's why the numbers are that high. That's high, but that's still bad for someone who doesn't shoot a lot of threes.
Who's the other person you mentioned, Dre?
Lonzo and Elfrid.
Yeah.
All right, so Dre, so go ahead, Dre. Go ahead. You look up Lonzo's, and I'm gonna look up Elfrid's 3-point percentage.
Yeah, because you talking crazy right now. Look, New Orleans, like they just moved there. I go to my Google and they had them up at the top. They know what I be looking for. Google already know. They like, yo, give me
whatever.
They listening to you, man. They listening.
They're in here. All right, so let me see. 2021 3-point percentage. Oh boy, what's Lonzo's 3-point percentage?
33%, almost 34. All
right, so when I looked at the numbers, it was a long time ago. Elfrid shot too many threes and missed too many, so it's like 28%.
Okay,
but they still bad. That's still bad. That's still not good.
33. Yeah, it ain't like the best, but he's better. Listen.
Yo, you know why? It's why
he makes one out of every 3 shots.
His perspective. Lonzo made 33%. Last year, Frank Ntilikina made 32%. And we all were saying how much he wasn't a good shooter.
Elfrid is bricking his threes.
I'm not making that argument. Lonzo is a better player than Elfrid. Lonzo is a better player.
It could be me out there like this. I'm like, oh shit.
They meet those mills.
Yo, you are
that's
crazy.
How bad it is. You know how somebody could shoot and they miss, like you know how like a shooter shoot and they miss and rims out or something like that. This dude be hitting the backboard. Yo, it be looking terrible. Like he be shooting straight at the rim. He's pushing the shots. 8 years in the league.
Listen, man. Listen. I know we're ready to get rid of Elfrid, but every single time a point guard becomes available, we say I'll trade him for Elfrid, and it's not gonna happen. So let's cut the conversation. We're not getting Lonzo. We're not getting anybody else that's out there for Elfrid Payton.
We got a new.
No, we are not, Dre.
Yeah.
Dre,
stop.
But you said earlier in the season, you was like, yo, they got to make a trade.
They will, but it won't be Elfrid for one other player.
We talk about the rumor mill. I ain't just coming up with it saying, yo, I want this.
I'm telling you right now, only way Elfrid's getting traded is if there's something else nice going with him. That's the only way Elfrid's leaving his team. And he's on a 1-year deal.
Take him.
And and you got to think about it. We forget he has a no trade clause. He's not going anywhere.
He has a no trade clause?
Yes, he has a no trade clause. He's not going anywhere.
Who the
what?
Fuck do this?
He has a no trade clause, I think, until March or something like that. He's not going anywhere. Listen,
maybe that's why they took so long to sign him back.
He has to. I think that's why it was part of the deal. You know what I mean? I think he has to agree to where they would like to trade him in order for him to be traded. And of course, he would love to go back to New Orleans because that's where he's from. So yeah, make that trade, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So. Listen, bro. He said, "Yo, y'all be dragging Peyton." Yo, listen, bro. He's like I said last pod. Matter of fact, I said it last podcast when I had Slizzy on. I don't mind him being my backup, but if you consistently play him over somebody that's better than him, I'm gonna trash him until he's not in the starting lineup.
Is the new Chris Duhon.
Nah, he's not that trash. He's not as bad as Duhon. He's not as bad as Moutier. He's not as bad as Moutier neither. He's not as bad as Moutier neither.
I take Moutier over Elfrid.
Look. You see where we are? Like, yo, let's not do.
Nah, he ain't that bad. Nah, Elfrid does his.
Listen. The game starts in 2 minutes. The Knicks played the Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said he just
coming off
into his career. I don't understand how a point guard don't know how to shoot in this league now. Like it's getting
7-8 years, man.
He's not the only one, though. He's not the only one.
Yeah, but he only won on our team.
He said, "Yo, listen, man. I appreciate the love, Dante. Dante had me crying, so I'm not gonna front him only in here to hate on the Knicks because I hate him. It's fine, bro. We appreciate the love. He's from New York.
He's from New York. Where he live now?
He's from New York. He lives in Ohio. He's a Cleveland fan.
Dante?
Yeah. He's a Cleveland fan. Yeah, he's a Cleveland fan. Oh, you can't even defend yourself on here, bro.
Lock him off.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Yeah, how you block certain players from Cleveland? Oh, they got the.
He don't got no team. He gonna say he don't got a team. He just like to trash the Knicks. Now, I guarantee if the Knicks start winning, then he'd have no option.
Started on Melo. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Melo fan.
As he said, he a Melo.
Yeah, Melo fan. I'm a Melo fan too. That's what it is.
Oh.
Anyway, like I said, we play the Jazz right now. Hopefully, we can beat them again. We beat them last time we played them. We're 8-10. We have a stretch of games that are very winnable in the next 2 weeks. So I'm pretty confident that we can end up back near the 500 mark, a little bit higher. And that's pretty much all I got for y'all. Y'all got anything else? Want to bring something else?
Yeah, I mean, Jazz is coming off a three game win streak. So we're gonna have to knock them down a peg.
Yo, hold on. Your Wave has something. My boy Wave has something to say about Melo, bro.
Hey, you already too late. When he was on the team, I was like, but you know what? I was pretty mad with the way they dealt with him. I ain't like the way Phil Jackson dealt with him.
Because they did him dirty. Did him dirty.
I don't think anybody did.
I ain't like that.
They did him dirty, and while they was here, they didn't bring him nothing.
It was like
how you bring him back and give him money? You signed him that big ass contract and then trash him. Like, come on, bro. And I can't even say that's the Knicks organization because that was all Phil Jackson.
The Knicks. That's what
that was all Phil Jackson, bro.
But he was part of the organization. So
everybody in the organization respected Melo except for Phil Jackson and the coach that was with him. What's my man that I hated too? That was the interim coach after they fired.
What's his name?
Hornacek.
Yeah,
the old guy that saw was with him. His best friend, Kurt Rambis. There you go. Kurt Rambis.
Oh, Rambis?
Kurt Rambis. They hated Melo. Phil and Kurt Rambis both hated Melo. So I mean,
why?
I know why. Because they like to play team ball, and he was an ISO player. So what? You know what I mean? Like you played with Kobe and Jordan. Like, come on, bro. Put some more pieces around them and then talk.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Put some more pieces around them and then talk all that. You wasn't good enough.
Like I said, some of that was Carmelo's fault.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't perfect, but he never said nothing. He never did nothing. He never demanded nothing. He went in and played ball.
He played it like a pro.
He played it cool. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it.
After they, he should have went to China.
Thank y'all for joining the God of Knicks podcast. I appreciate y'all coming in here with us and sharing some time with us.
And if you don't understand that comment, then you got to check the podcast from back in the day.
Yeah, that means you ain't been here long enough if you don't know that joke. that joke's like 2 years old. Like 2 years old. Oh man, but listen, man. Next time, probably later on in this week, after one of those games, you check us out. See what we do tonight versus the Jazz.
Tell him never the line going to the Knicks.
Yo, listen, he's a perfect human, man. I'm all with it. I got the Melo shrine right over there. Don't play with me, man. I got the jersey. All right.
Yeah, that was my guy.
Listen, I don't care, man. I'm
wearing his old New York number.
Listen, let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
Melo was my guy.
Let's do it, baby. Knicks all day. Listen, man. Go check out. I just dropped my album, EP Fear. Go check it out on all platforms. It'll be dope for y'all to, and come back and let me know what y'all think about it. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah, no? It's whatever. Don't mind me. In the comments, how you think about it. Shit was like he throws like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, bro.
That's why it's all over my page everywhere. You know, it's not.
That's mad love right there. You know what I'm saying? That's mad love. That's mad love. But of course, man, I love y'all. Thank y'all one more time and have a good one. Peace.